prove to be a good one, as it'll be the Cleveland Browns taking on the Philadelphia Eagles.
Here's the kicker, Jake Elliott, ready to get this one started. And off we go from Lincoln Financial Field.
From his end zone, here comes Jerome Ford. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
How about this? They'll try the option, left side. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. 5 yards on the game's first play, second down.
A little do-it-yourself run right there, and a nice gain.
And I like that he knew that that was about all he was going to get, so he did a nice job of protecting himself, took care of the football, took what the defense gave him. If they continue to allow him to do that, they'll find their way taking what they can all the way to the end zone.
On second down, Flacco to throw.
And that nearly an interception here on this opening drive, but he gets a reprieve. It's third down. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
Flacco looks to throw. He finds his man, complete. It's Ford. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. A good pickup there for the Browns, 15 yards.
And as you're game planning as a staff, you go through all the different ways you can neutralize the other guy's pass rushers. Extra linemen, leave a tight end in, bring the running backs back in to block. Or you can do this, a little simple screen pass, and it works to perfection.
And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete.
I don't care what game it is, everyone's always looking for an early advantage, an early break, and they almost had one there. That should have been an interception. Nice catch. Just couldn't get his feet down in bounds.
And offensively lucky to have that one back. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
You get a sense of what this game plan might be. They think they can take a few home run shots against this defense. They tried it there in the opening drive, but that falls incomplete.
Third down, Flacco needs a decent chunk of yardage. Pass to the sideline and pulled in. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. They fake the handoff. Now Flacco to pass. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
Nice progress down the field, was halted by that incompletion. They could try for some safe yards here to get things moving again, or keep throwing it and pushing it downfield to try and pick up bigger yardage.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Once more, it's Flacco. He finds his man, complete. It's Ford. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard.
Well, we know he can run the football too, but he's a good pass catcher. That's been on display here, Charles, on this opening drive.
And we certainly have seen the benefits of what he did in the offseason, which was spend more time with wide receivers, working on routes, working on cuts, in order to make himself a more complete running back and even more of a threat downfield.
This will be play number 9 coming up on this relatively long opening drive as they look to convert on 3rd down. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs.
Well, when we go back to our conversation with the defensive coordinator, that type of a play was not a surprise to him. He expected trickery in this game, yet somehow his defense, they still took the cheese and got caught in the mousetrap.
Look at this, a tight end carry. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
A gain of 4. It's now second and 6.
Flacco. He'll find Goodwin here on the right side. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. How about this opening drive? Play number 12 now. This is third down. Flacco. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Man coverage is certainly a staple of their defense. And it's built for plays like that, forcing that incompletion.
And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on fourth. They hand off to their big tight end. And he's not going to get there. Might have even lost a yard. He only needed a yard, but he couldn't even get back to the line of scrimmage. And this defense holds on the night's opening drive.
Hurts and the Eagles come up here 1st and 10
at their own 15.
That's complete to Swift out of the backfield.
And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Now the throw here complete on the right sideline. And he is out of bounds right around the 34. It's a gain of 13 for number 13, and it gives him a first down.
A little football one-on-one there. You just see the receiver trying to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that's going to bring up second down.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
Hey, let's go.
No score after 1 on EA Sports. Now second quarter action from Philadelphia, and it's the Eagles in possession as they've got it with a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. They'll bring a receiver in motion left.
Here's Hurts to throw.
And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. In for the sack, Myles Garrett.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw up a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
So after that sack, Hurts and the Eagles, tough spot here. 3rd and long.
They'll look to throw here. This time for Smith, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Denzel Ward. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Browns defense has a touchdown.
Well, mistake there by the offense, Charles. They tried to pick on a Pro Bowl corner in coverage there, and not the smartest decision. He reminded him that he was a Pro Bowl corner with not only the pick, but the pick 6.
And those guys who have that designation, sometimes they get a little bit bored in games because people try to avoid them. They absolutely love it when they get challenged, and it's a chance to remind everyone exactly why they were tagged as one of the best in the league the prior season.
Justin Hopkins set to kick off.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away.
And he'll elect not to run with it. And a fair catch on the kickoff will move the ball to the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
ready at the line. This Philly offense set to go.
Remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick six, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
And sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better.
Over the middle, and there's a diving catch. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. Just like that, a pickup of 20 on their first play from scrimmage. The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already.
Throwing is Hurts.
They'll get this one complete. That's A.J. Brown. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 16 more on that one and another first down.
Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely. Great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that?
On 1st and 10, it's Hurts.
This is caught. It's Brown. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
I tell you what, it looks like he's shaking off that pick six just fine. It's not just defensive backs that have to have short memories. Quarterbacks utilize that as well. A much more confident throw right there.
Touchdown, Eagles!
Jalen Hurts finding A.J. Brown. And the Eagles are within an extra point of tying up this ball game.
And there they got him the ball. Just get it to him, let him do the rest.
You know, he probably said that to his quarterback as he broke the huddle. I like the play call. Just get it to me. I'll take care of the rest of it.
Helping out his rack, right? R-A-C?
Run after catch, and he loves that, and he's going to carry that in at contract time.
Elliott good on the extra point, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Browns drive about to get started. And on the last drive, they were in field goal range. They just opted not to kick it, didn't get it. How does that change the mentality this go around?
I don't think it changes much for the head coach because this is what he preaches all the time. Attack at all times in any spot on the field, and he likes touchdowns, not field goals. Now, your field goal kicker, you can... through and say, okay, don't worry about it. When we need you, you've got to be ready to go. And the team, of course, loves to see points on the board. So let's see if it changes a little bit if they're in the same spot again.
Yeah, we'll see what the decision is here if they get to that spot. First and 10, and Flacco looking to throw.
Now throw right side here, going to be incomplete.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he let him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
Now a 2nd and 10.
Now Flacco. Trying to fit it into Moore, but it's intercepted. Picked up by James Bradbury. And they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line. Well, look, we're watching a quarterback here that's obviously been around for a long time. That's a throw he wishes he had back.
He certainly does, but as you well know, this is a guy that's used to taking a few chances, used to fitting it into tight windows. These are throws that he's made before. Didn't happen to get it completed in this case.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
That was nice work there defensively to force incompletion. Now, even though this drive started in plus territory, they're still not in field goal range yet. So they can work towards another couple of stops and not allowing that turnover to hurt.
Hey, 73.
2nd down, here's Jalen Hurts.
Throw left side complete. That's Smith. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. 17 yards and a first down for Philly.
Well, this is where reading defenses and practice time comes into play. You've got to know what you're running versus zone versus man and how to run the proper route. And they just executed that one pretty well.
Now Hurts going to get this to his running back, Swift.
And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And that will bring up second down.
I know it was a gain, but you have to sense probably a little bit of disappointment there because when it's out there in open space, I think they expect to get more out of a play, don't you?
Especially when you're getting it to your guy out of the backfield. You're expecting him to be able to create something, be a little more shifty.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Good open field tackle and held it to an okay game.
And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5.
Now Hurts going to shift him around a bit.
Back to throw again. This is intercepted. Picked up by Juan Thornhill.
And as we've seen, points have been precious so far, and they just threw some away on that snap. And look, let's face it, as we advance further into this game, that play would be on the minds of everyone who's watching it. They wonder if this is the turning point. Is this the spot where those points were given away? It could cost them a ball game.
And that hits off the left upright, and it caroms away no good. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Set and ready to go for the second half. 1 touchdown apiece. 7-7 our score.
With a fair catch taken short of the goal line, and they'll begin this third quarter at their own 25.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
It's a tie football game here. What do you think, Charles, the message was at halftime?
Well, I think that they probably just looked at things and said, we're fortunate that this is a tie game. No need to panic. No need to change a whole lot. We didn't play anything close to our best in the first half, so we don't have to go out and win one for the Gipper. Let's just go out and play our best football and win one for us.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30.
From the gun, it's Hurts. Quick slant here to Smith.
And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a third here, and it's good for a first.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and get the quarterback a really nice target.
A good run there on first down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2. In motion right is Smith.
Off the play fake, here's Hurts. That one complete down the field to Smith. And he's going to be pushed out of bounds inside the 10-yard line.
A big play there for Philly. 41 yards.
You just had the feeling that sooner or later someone was going to come up with that one play. Neither team has really done a whole lot offensively, but here's one that pays off to the tune of big yardage, and it's one that could maybe get this group in gear.
Hurts.
And this is caught. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Olamide Zaccheaus from 8 yards out.
And the Eagles have taken the lead as they go right down the field and score on the opening drive of the second half.
He was on point throwing the ball right there. He had the big play to get him down close, and then he delivers a touchdown pass on 1st and goal.
And you mentioned the big play that got him down close. I think that big play left him reeling a little bit. They didn't recover from it. And, you know, they always talk about having to have a short memory on defense after a big play against you. Looks like their memory was a little too long there.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And this game was all square at halftime, but now they find themselves down 7 following the opening drive touchdown here in the 3rd quarter.
And they need to take a good, relaxing, deep breath, don't you think? Because right now they might start to feel like they've got to play catch-up here and start matching them point for point. But it's still too early to get there. They can still run their offense. Plenty of time to get back in this game.
It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets them to 2nd and 4. How about this? They'll try the option. Left side. And maybe the wrong read there as he's going to go down immediately. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming.
Well, we saw a lot of negative plays that resulted in plenty of lost yardage in the first half, and that trend is continuing here.
Here now a 3rd down and 8. To pass, Flacco. He's got a man, complete. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. Might want to remember that 3rd down play, 37 yards. So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. Here's Flacco. He finds his man, complete. That's 4. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They've become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Outside of the pocket for a sack. Trying to get away, but could not. Nolan Smith brings him down to the pass rush. Tall task ahead of him here, needing a full 15 yards to move the chains. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He finds his man, complete. It's 4. And he's going to be out of bounds down around the 45-yard line. 5 yards, not enough, and it'll be 4th down.
We can make this one pretty simple. Locked up all of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a 4th down?
And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. They're going to try it. Here's Flacco. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. The Browns unable to move the chains on 4th down. And the Eagles defense able to hold. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. Their defense forced the turnover on downs. They've got the lead. They're in good shape, but can't go into a shell here, right? Still got to be careful.
Yeah, because they're still a long way away from kneel down time. So they've got to work on getting first downs, keep the sticks moving, right? Keep the clock going. And above all, ball security. Don't turn it over.
These guys certainly not hiding what their intention is. They're absolutely showing it. They're definitely not going to sit on this lead here in the fourth quarter.
On 1st and 10, it's Swift.
And he tried to bounce it outside, but they'll stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Zaccheaus here hauling it in. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 27-yard line. Philadelphia picking up the first on a gain of 15. Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. Complete to Zaccheaus. And he maybe makes it back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. So that'll be no better than an incompletion, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly.
2nd and 10. Hurts sets up to throw it.
Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here.
They'll look to throw again. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked up by Denzel Ward.
And the Browns are right back in this football game.
A seismic shift in momentum here in the fourth quarter. That's the break that the defense needed.
And you know as well as I do, people are going to question the play call. In that situation, sometimes you have to question the execution, not necessarily the call. And in this case, those defenders found a way to give their team a chance.
The Browns drive about to get started. They get the pick. Now what can Flacco do on first down? Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Maybe a little frustration starting to creep in. The offensive line hasn't done a great job of protecting him in this game. And there he was, hit again as he threw it.
Yeah, another time on his backside. Probably starting to get a little frustrated.
Got to keep his composure. Can't let the defense know that they're getting.
Oh, that's going to be a costly one. It's intercepted. Picked off by Hassan Reddick.
And he takes this one back into the end zone. EA Sports coverage of the National Football League comes to you from Ford Field here in downtown Detroit, Michigan.
Coming up, we got a good matchup on tap here, as it'll be the Philadelphia Eagles taking on the Detroit Lions.
Here's the kicker, Jake Elliott, ready to get this one started. And we are underway from Ford Field.
Here comes Khalif Raymond from his end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
To Montgomery to begin the drive. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Second and 5. They'll run for the first time with his speedster, Jahmyr Gibbs. And this will wind up the Lions' first down as he'll take this up to about the 33-yard line.
How best to describe that one? I'd say right down Broadway on that run.
A straight-ahead running. I think that might be something we see a lot of between the tackles today.
Well, he's enjoying things so far here this afternoon. Sees a crease and bursts through it for a solid gain.
Meanwhile, Goff's throw complete there to St. Brown.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
76.
First down, here's the run with Montgomery. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
He wants Reynolds way downfield.
And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
And that might have been a situation where even though you don't hit on the deep throw, you at least put in the defenders' minds early in the game that we're going to press the ball deep against your secondary. And that can have a ripple effect on how they function throughout.
He wants Reynolds way downfield.
And unable to connect, incomplete. Now give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up fourth down.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender, couldn't create space, couldn't uncover the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
They go ahead and snap it. Gone. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Lions turned away on fourth down. And this defense delivers a turnover on downs on the very first drive of the afternoon.
Hurts and the Eagles come up here first and 10
at the 45. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive.
And that's out to the flat for Swift.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
We're seeing so far as the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
Here's Hurts to throw.
And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down.
Levi Onwuzurike charging in and finishing off the sack.
So still a scoreless game in the first, but they're going to go for this thing on their own side of the field on 4th down.
63, 63, 63.
They're going to try and throw. And he is caught. And some room to run. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Philadelphia.
Devontae Smith.
60 yards.
And the Eagles' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points.
That certainly went against the traditional ways of playing football, but who cares? Look at the result. Big touchdown.
They went for it on their own side of the 50. So there's conservative, there's aggressive, and there's really aggressive, which is what we just saw there. Tip of the cap to them.
Elliott good with a PAT, and it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. Here's Khalif Raymond to return.
And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And a drive that stalled out last time. Went for it on 4th. Didn't get it. How does that translate here? I would imagine momentum's with the defense.
Definitely with the defense, because anytime anyone goes for it on 4th down, that's telling you as a defense that you can't stop us. We don't think that you can. And when you actually do, that may put a little dent in the confidence of the offense the next time they hit the field.
Yeah, we'll see if they can bring that pride in the offense this go-around. They'll try the middle with Montgomery. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Now this throw caught left side. And finally down it goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. Over 30 yards there. And 1st downs on 3 consecutive plays now. After 7-0 on EA Sports. Second quarter action now from Detroit, and it's the homestanding Lions who have the football as they go to work on a 1st and goal. They'll run with Montgomery. And that'll move him a little closer as he takes it from the 7 down to the 4-yard line. 2nd and goal from inside the 5.
Once more Montgomery. And this time he'll get down close to the goal line, but not quite in as he stopped at the 1-yard line. Montgomery.
And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. No movement from the field goal unit. They've got 4 full yards to go here on 4th and goal to hit.
Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
Picked up by James Bradbury. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Eagles defense gets a pick-6 TD. So they go for it on 4th and goal, hoping to get 6, and it's 6 the other way.
If hindsight is 20/20, they would have gone ahead and kicked the field goal, but by being aggressive, it actually cost them. Gave up 6 points going the other way.
Elliott now to add the extra point. And it's good to make it 14-0. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
Here's Raymond bringing it out. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. Now it's gone.
He'll let this go deep for St. Brown. Oh, everything falling apart now. Another one intercepted. Keely Ringo picks it off.
And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line.
So a nice play defensively by the rookie, coming up with the INT.
And that's a late-round pick right there, making a first-round impact. And a lot of these day three corners end up winding up on special teams and sub packages and even on the practice squad. But he's really made an impact on this defense, and he comes up with the interception there.
On 1st and 10, it's Hurts.
And incomplete, a drop there in the middle third of the field. That'll bring up second down.
That incompletion certainly slows things down a little bit and brings up a very important call for 2nd and long. What do? Run and try and get some yardage and make it 3rd and manageable? Or challenge the coverage again, hoping for a bigger gain?
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down.
Hurts completing this one quickly. Room to maneuver at the 35.
And all the way down to the 33-yard line. His first catch of the game, good for 11 and a 1st down. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield.
And now off to the races down the right side. Touchdown, Philadelphia.
DeAndre Swift.
33 yards.
And the Eagles have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns. Well, I don't think that we're ready yet to say the route is on, but they have certainly looked near flawless here in this first half, and now an extra point away from making it 21-0.
Yeah, and your experience led you to say that because we have both seen those 21-0 leads come and go in this league, but this one feels pretty darn secure. And here's the other part. Even when people chip away at it, it forces you into being almost perfect on the other side, doesn't it, in order to try and mount a comeback.
Elliott good on the extra point, and that makes the score 21-0.
Jake Elliott to kick off for Philadelphia.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped at the 14.
At their own 14-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive.
Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession, but I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit, and if they don't score here...
It got his man complete. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10.
11. DC. Turbo.
Out of the gun, they'll give to Gibbs. Down to about the 37.
They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry.
Hey, kill. Maverick. Dude. Here we go. 76. What's that?
Now a play fake, and it's gone.
That pass caught. It's Williams.
And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles 16. A gain there of 21 yards.
Here we go.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. From the gun, it's a give to Montgomery. He's down inside the 10 to the 8. And it comes on a gain of 8. And the offense moving quickly to the line. On 2nd down, here's Goff. And that'll be incomplete.
They're putting together a drive here in the final minutes of the half, but the coverage has been tight all game long, and they certainly want to keep them off the scoreboard here.
Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2. Here's Goff.
And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far.
Picked by Kevin Byard.
And the Eagles are going to take over at their own 2-yard line.
Partner, there's no other way you can describe it because that was absolutely just gut-wrenching for that offense. They were right on the precipice. Points were available. All they had to do was just fall forward, and they were going to put them up on the board. Instead, a long drive ends in heartbreak and a melancholy trip back to the drawing board. I like it when I go a little bit lyrical for you.
42 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half. They'll throw now on the final play.
This short throw caught by Goddard. And Goddard going to have an Eagles first down as he's up to the 15-yard line.
So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. So the Eagles with the lead, and they're going to get this football first as the 3rd quarter gets underway.
No run back here to begin the half, and we will start at the 25-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
On first down, Hurts.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by Kirby Joseph.
And to the 43. So down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over. Not the way you envision things to start out the third quarter. One play and already a turnover.
It's interesting. You and I were talking with the coach, and he talked about how at halftime, as a play caller, he wanted to make sure he got a new script going for the second half, not just the one that he operated off of to start the game. Nowhere on that script did it have that result.
Play clock down to 0, and this is not the way to start a drive.
Well, you got to think, Charles, that one's on the quarterback, as everybody was up at the line of scrimmage. He just didn't call for the snap in time.
Yeah, I think he needs a little bit better awareness out there, because you got to know when the clock's in single digits and either snap it or get a timeout called if you have one.
The delay of game backs him up 5, 1st and 15. And now again, the play clock's going to run out on him.
So a little tardy getting everyone set, and the clock hits 0 before they could snap it.
Yeah, you can take your time and use the clock and try and get set up, but once it gets near 5 seconds, that's when you often hear a quarterback yelling, hurry, hurry, to make sure everybody's ready to get the snap off.
Straight ahead with Gibbs here. Jalen Carter in on that tackle.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
Back to the ground, this time Montgomery. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39.
43 yards rushing for him now to this point.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
Now, meanwhile, they go for it on 4th down, and my goodness, incomplete. The Lions turned away on 4th down, and the Eagles defense able to hold. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go.
And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive, in particular if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes, get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you've got to watch them a little bit, because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit, in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a first down.
First down, Eagles.
Now Hurts on the option right.
And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. A full 5-yard loss that time. It's going to make 2nd down pretty tough.
Throwing is Hurts. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Still going inside the 20.
And he will bring it back. second. Interception, return for a Lions touchdown.
Boy, a big play right there. I mean, a touchdown on this drive could have really put some separation on the scoreboard. Instead, it's the defense who scores. And, partner, we got a game again.
And we do have one because of what you just described. A defense that understood what was going on in this game and did something about it. They knew their offense needed some help. They just provided it. They're back in this one.
And the Eagles hands team able to cover it up. I know they're down, but starting the third quarter there with the onside kick, what'd you think?
Well, I think that they're looking at it as we may not have as many possessions in this game as we want. There may be that sense and that feel that they've got to go ahead and make something happen. Steal possession, try and steal some points, and get themselves right back in a position to try and win the game.
And a strong run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 35.
No contact.
From the site that many call the loudest in the NFL, we are inside GEHA Field at Arrowhead Stadium here in Kansas City. Straight ahead, a rematch from Super Bowl 57, as it'll be the Philadelphia Eagles taking on the defending Super Bowl champions, the Kansas City Chiefs.
Here's the kicker, Harrison Butker, ready to get this one started. And into a sea of red, we're underway in Kansas City.
This fielded right at the goal line. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20.
The Eagles take over first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Hurts with a quick throw, complete.
And he'll go down at the 26, following a gain of 6. That's probably as simple of a throw as he'll have all game.
And good for everyone. Good for his completion percentage, good for the receptions for the receivers. But you know how they work on that. They have footballs with no laces. So as soon as you get the snap, you're just throwing the football. All right, you're not trying to find the laces and grip it a certain way. That takes time. Just get the ball and throw it. So that's how they practice it all the time now, too.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
On the option to give to Swift here.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. But you often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
They'll try and set up the screen to Swift.
And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. It's a gain of 16 and an Eagle first down.
I like the screen being called here early in the game, especially on the opening drive, because, Brandon, when guys come out of the locker room, especially those pass rushers, they are so amped up to get to the quarterback that you can use that against them, and a screen pass is a great way of doing it. A lot of teams against good pass rushing teams, they want to run the screen 10 to 12 times in a game.
Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter.
Second down, here's Jalen Hurts.
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. Here's play number 7 on the drive. This is 3rd and 7. They'll bring a receiver in motion right.
Off the play fake, here's Hurts. He's got his target. That's complete. He will have the first down and a bit more. Touchdown. Olamide Zaccheaus, 41 yards. And the Eagles are on the board first here on the road in Kansas City. Well, they spoke about the importance of getting off to a good start, and they're on their first drive, Charles, into the end zone for the touchdown.
And what an advantage for them. They're already clicking one drive in, didn't need to wait to get up to full speed. We had heard about the extra time they put in with each other, trying to learn each other's skills, what they like, the whole deal, and it paid off early in this one. I would expect them to keep firing on the next drive and keep that connection going.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped it to 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 23.
They'll start the drive here with Pacheco.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
And the Kansas City Chiefs. First down. 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
They fake the give. Now Mahomes steps away.
That's laid out deep for Rice.
And that is incomplete.
That's some good closing speed there defensively, because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
Mahomes now to throw.
That's laid out deep for Rice.
And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
But they certainly came out firing in this one, and while that one was incomplete, I can't imagine that'll be the last shot that they take in this game.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Throwing now is Mahomes.
They'll set up the screen to Edwards-Helaire. And he can only manage to take the football to the 40, and that is well shy of the first down marker.
A 4-yard gain. It's 4th down.
Mahomes going to go on 4th down.
Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by Avonte Maddox. And he returns it into enemy territory down to the 45-yard line.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
A handoff, Swift running to the left.
And he is going to lose yardage here. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Part of the thinking when you bring in extra tight ends, you're hoping that each of your guys gets those one-on-one blocks and creates a crease for your runner. You know what the converse is, though? You've got to win those one-on-one blocks, and when you don't, that's the result you end up with.
Now a whistle, and I think a penalty here for a delay. No, they're going to say timeout. They did get the timeout in time. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Second down. Here's Hurts. Oh, what a read on the outside as it's intercepted. Trent McDuffie with a pick.
And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Well, it turns out it's not their offense who gets him on the board first, CD. It's the defense coming through right there with a pick 6.
And I know from experience throughout the week when you go against the offense, you're challenging them.
Don't get on the mic now. I don't even play this shit.
We'll take care of it. We'll get a few pick 6s and score ourselves. You're just kidding? But how about what he just did right there? Laid it out for the rest of the game. We scored. Hey, offense, can you keep up with us?
Easy.
So after the INT, here's Mahomes being chased out left. And it's caught. He's got it. So they go for 2. They convert, and along with it, they'll take an 8-7 lead. A tight one. 8-7 our score after 1 on EA Sports.
Instead, y'all get on YouTube, find a little blitz. And think,
Second quarter from KC. It's the Chiefs in possession of the football as they've got it as we resume action.
It's cool that y'all pushing me, but I'm going to beat y'all at your own game, you heard? Beat y'all at your own game.
But no run back here. Fair catch, and this will come out to the 25. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Hurts now hoping to make up for that pick 6.
And he whips that one incomplete there.
I think he could have scanned downfield forever, but there wasn't anything available. Ends up throwing an incompletion, and I think he'll take that.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Hurts sets up to throw it.
And this one's incomplete.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're saying.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. Now yet another incompletion here as they fail to connect on 3rd. I don't know, he had to be pretty quick with his fingers to start and stop after the ball hit the ground. I'm giving him some credit.
I'm thinking about the mental focus, you know?
Yeah.
The mental focus.
Yeah, that's true.
Got to stay with it.
That's true.
They're going on 4th down with Hurts. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Trent McDuffie with a pick.
And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Man, you fucking ass.
So they go on fourth down. Not only do they not get it, it turns into 6 points the other way. Disastrous.
You want to stay in them with 7-0. I don't even play this shit like that for you, bro. You don't hear my damn
defensive
time,
coordinator
bro.
recently tell me we see that as a passive play. We don't
I
do that anymore. We want the ball in our hands and we run ahead the other way.
Probably also instinct a lot of times. If you see a lot of green grass ahead of you, go ahead and grab it.
It's the exact right play to do. That's knowing when to break the rules and when to make a play that maybe you hadn't been taught.
And the Eagles dodge a bullet. They cover it up. A second quarter onside kick there that failed. Is that something that maybe they had dialed up before this game started?
It feels like it, doesn't it? That they thought they had the right situation, you know, and the right approach in going after it. Also may signal that they feel like they have the superior team, that they can try these sorts of things and it won't come back and hurt them later.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
Hurts. Open man, that's Devontae Smith.
And he's going to get this inside the 30. 18 yards on his first catch of the game. It's a first down. Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29. They'll wind up losing 3 there on the sack. Good pressure, and it's second down.
They go play action with Hurts. He'll get this one complete. That's A.J. Brown.
And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. It's a gain of 14 down to the 14.
That looked like a pretty good route combination there because you've got to find a way to clear the guy running the drag, because when you do, you just put the ball on him and then let him run.
Yeah, he's got some space.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Here's Hurts to throw.
And he's got it. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone.
From the gun, it's Hurts.
And that's going to be caught for an Eagles touchdown. Olamide Zaccheaus with his second touchdown here in this first half.
And the Eagles have come back to make it a 2-point game.
So they've had 2 drives, and he's had the 2 receiving touchdowns.
And how about a game plan where you decide to force feed or feature someone, and it works? First 2 drives, as you noted, end up in touchdown passes. I think they're going to keep going to them until the defense makes any kind of an adjustment.
They get the conversion. And, Charles, when you only have 2 yards to go, what do you think of the toss play? Because initially it kind of sets you back a little bit.
It does, especially if you get a lot of pressure coming towards you. But if you can get to the edge, if you seal the edge with your blocking, often your tackle or your tight end on what they call the play side where the ball goes, you can get to the corner, and that allows those big guys to get out ahead of the runner.
And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive.
Well, still early in this one, Charles, but the last time this offense was out there, they threw their first interception of the ball game, so trying to avoid repeating that mistake here on this drive.
And to put a positive spin on it, at least it happened in the first half and not in a close game in the fourth quarter. But you're absolutely right, partner. One of the last things this offensive quarterback wants to witness again in this game.
Kind of an obvious question, Charles, but anything you try to avoid after your first pick, or you say it's 1 interception, we're still in the first half, I'm about to do the same thing?
I think you want to avoid playing scared, you know, and put it into the mind of the quarterback that you've lost confidence in him. Make sure you get some throws that he's going to be able to complete, make him feel good about himself, and continue to run your offense.
Hey, Ripley!
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. They'll roll him out right.
That's complete. It's Travis Kelce.
19 yards is the pickup there, but even with that, they're well short. It's 4th down.
Attack! 15!
They'll go for it. It's Mahomes.
Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have the Chiefs first down, and he'll have it by plenty, as it turns out to be a big gainer there on 4th down. On 1st and 10, here's Pacheco.
And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half.
Here's 2nd and 10.
To throw, it's Mahomes.
And they were looking to set up the screen, but that's going to be incomplete. Almost wound up going the other way. Well covered defensively, and it'll bring up 3rd down.
Kind of a fine line when you're setting up the screen. You don't want to throw it too early and have the defense react too quickly. And you definitely don't want to throw it too late, and that way it's not formed perfectly. Got to make sure you hit it just right.
Now play number 7 of the drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 10. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. An incomplete pass on 2nd down. That muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10. Mahomes going to throw. Looking downfield for Kelce. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
And they're not going to go quietly into this halftime break. They know they're in for a fight, so they're trying to make every possession count. They took the big shot there, but it winds up incomplete.
Mahomes and the offense staying out there. They'll go for it on 4th. Slot man moves right. Mahomes throwing on 4th. Mahomes hit. He lost the football. And it's picked up by the Eagles. And the possession is theirs at their own 43-yard line. Mahomes now on 1st down. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. Now another timeout called for by the offense, as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. Looking to throw is Mahomes.
Well, the turnover fest continues. Here's another interception.
Darius Slay with a pick.
Well, Charles, you know, so close to halftime there. You throw the interception. Not only that, you do give it to them in plus territory as well.
Yeah, they were pushing real hard to try and get something more on the board on their side of the ledger right before the half. Looking at it with 20/20 hindsight, though, might have been better to hand it off a few times, hoping to get something to break instead of putting the ball
over the middle, and there's a diving catch. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. From the left hash, he'll have to cut this at a tight angle. The kick by Elliott is good, and that will do it for this first half. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. It'll be the Chiefs football to begin quarter number 3, and they trail here as we are back underway now on EA Sports.
From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. Well, Charles, in that first half, we saw a fair amount of offense on both sides of the football, and now the team trailing here will start with it in the third quarter.
And we both know this coach pretty darn well, don't we? Because his game planning is always on point. And now that he's getting the ball to start the second half, how about all the offense that you already referenced in the first half? He'll put that all together and come out with something really strong, I believe, to get things going here in the third quarter.
And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. It'll go as a gain of 10 and a Kansas City first down. Those are the type of runs that we did not see from him in the first half, but a good start to the third quarter.
And I know what everyone's thinking that's watching this. They did a great job adjusting at the half. Oftentimes you don't make adjustments. You just dial into your game plan a little bit better, and maybe they're starting to make some headway.
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. So nothing doing there, and it's second down. And they're going to speed things up here. On second down, a run with Edwards-Helaire. And strong running there as he's across midfield and down to the 49. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Mahomes on the give to Edwards-Helaire. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. Mahomes going to change things up. They'll look to throw here on first down. Flush to his right. That's going to be caught. And in for the Chiefs touchdown. Mahomes hitting his favorite target, Travis Kelce, on a touchdown pass. And the Chiefs have retaken a third quarter lead.
For good reason, quarterbacks want to get the ball to the perimeter to their wide receivers for big plays. But in this situation, it felt like, based on coverage, he knew that he wanted his tight end to have the football, and for good reason.
Mahomes will throw for it. Rolling to his right. And this one incomplete. So they went for the 2. They don't get it.
I don't know about you, but I can't wait for a few years of two-point tries and see what the data tells us. Because a lot of teams want to throw the ball in this situation. This time, unsuccessfully. I just wonder if maybe running the ball might be the way to go.
When it moved up from the 3 to the 2, you would think maybe a few more attempts at running.
I think stats over time may bear out that running the ball will at least be the equal of throwing it in that situation.
The risk-reward of the onside kick, when you don't get it, the risk comes out to play, and here they gave up great field position.
And that's the key to everything, because you're trying your best to press advantages when you have them, and field position leads you to that type of play calling, and whether you want to blitz or whether you want to throw the ball deep, those types of things, now that they've given up that type of field position, the advantage is switched to their opponent.
Able to push his way through.
And there's a compression to the tight end, and look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. That's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
First down, Eagles.
First down, and they go with Swift again. And just good downhill running there as he'll take this to the 15-yard line. 14 yards there and an Eagle first down. Seemed like a couple sets of eyes were on the quarterback, so he decided, hey, I'm going to hand this off. Got a good gain out of it.
And you know you need good blocking up front in order to gain yardage. But every one of these RPOs, if you do it right and they look the same, whether it's handed off inside or the quarterback keeps it, that allows you to fool the defense so often. And in this case, fooled them with the inside run.
Give them 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Throwing is Hurts. He'll be hit and taken down at the 21. They
Stop running the glitch and shit, nigga.
Second down. And they brought the pressure there just right up the gut, didn't they?
Yeah, they certainly did. And, you know, when you've got so many different responsibilities as an offensive line, you got to deal with the nose tackle, the two defensive tackles or ends, and then sometimes you just can't account for everyone. The linebacker slipped free.
And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. It'll be 1st and goal when we come back. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. We're back now in KC. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown. And that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. Here's Swift. And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
Swift again. But he will go backwards as he stopped for a loss. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down.
And now 3rd and goal coming up, the loss on 2nd down. That just means this crowd's going to get even louder, and they'll get a little bit of extra help from the defenders as they exhort them to join them in the effort.
Look to throw on 3rd and goal.
And Hurts is intercepted, his 3rd of the game. And the Chiefs are going to take possession here as they've got it at their own 4-yard line. We couldn't ask for much more to this point in the second half. A gorgeous day, 1-score game. 1st and 10 here.
Sliding out of the pocket. And he is out up around the 15-yard line. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a 1st down.
Running left to give to Pacheco.
And he'll take this one up over the 20 to the 21-yard line. Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down. Mahomes now to throw.
He'll check this one down to Pacheco.
And this one will go to the 28-yard line. They're going to hurry back to the line now.
And it's straight. It's Pacheco.
And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Again, it's Pacheco.
Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37.
40 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
And this is an absolutely big 3rd down that's been set up here, partner, and there's no other way to put it. The defense has to get a stop here if they have any hopes of winning this game.
Has to. You said big 3rd down. I'd put the word big in capital letters here. This is 3rd and 2. Maybe the biggest play in this football game. Now Mahomes.
He's got his target. That's complete. And he will have the Chiefs 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th.
1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
5 points of contact necessary at this stage as they'll run on 1st down.
And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call a timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine.
Now a 2nd and 6.
Mahomes taps this forward. It's a jet sweep. He's across midfield. And all the way down to the 33-yard line. And now they're in the hurry-up. Down the Holmes. That ball is caught. Marquez Valdes-Scantling. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. The Eagles going to take the first of their time.
Man, fuck you, bum ass nigga. Don't worry, cause the niggas like you, I promise you, nigga, I'ma go on you. You only talking, nigga, cause you got this dub, you bitch ass nigga. You was quiet as hell. You was quiet as shit, you bitch ass nigga. Don't worry, I got y'all niggas though. I'ma go on YouTube, do the same shit y'all niggas do. I'ma trash y'all bitch ass niggas.